Welcome to an alternate past. Today's video is, what if the Titanic had never sunk? Imagine a world where the Titanic, that magnificent behemoth of the ocean, did not meet its icy fate on that fateful night in 1912. What ripple effects would such a change in history have unleashed upon the world? First and foremost, consider the immediate aftermath. Over 1,500 lives were lost in the chilly waters of the North Atlantic. Each one of those people had families, friends, and futures that ended abruptly, leaving an indelible scar on their loved ones. If the Titanic had completed its maiden voyage, those passengers would have returned home safely. The heart-wrenching grief experienced by thousands of families would be replaced with joyful reunions and stories of crossing the Atlantic on the grandest ship ever built. Let's delve into the lives of some notable passengers. John Jacob Astor IV, one of the wealthiest men in the world, died that night. Surviving the voyage, he would have continued to shape the landscape of American business and society. His investments and innovations could have spurred economic advancements or altered the course of industries he influenced. Similarly, Isidor Straus, co-owner of Macy's, perished with the Titanic. His survival might have led Macy's to expand even more rapidly, possibly altering the face of American retail today. The Titanic disaster also served as a dramatic catalyst for overhauling maritime safety regulations. The staggering loss of life prompted immediate changes, such as lifeboat requirements, the establishment of the International Ice Patrol, and improved communication protocols for ships. If the Titanic had sailed through unscathed, these reforms might have been delayed, placing countless more lives at risk in the following years. While the Titanic's survival would have saved lives and possibly altered economic landscapes, it also would have preserved an aura of invincibility around large ocean liners. The hubris encapsulated in the now infamous claim that the ship was unsinkable contributed to the decisions that led to the disaster, including high speeds through icy waters. Continuing to perceive these ships as invincible might have encouraged even riskier behavior, potentially leading to greater tragedies in the future. Beyond the immediate, consider the cultural impact. The Titanic tragedy has inspired countless books, films, and documentaries, including James Cameron's 1997 cinematic masterpiece. This cultural output has educated and enthralled millions, embedding the story deeply in the public consciousness. Without the tragedy, this wealth of artistic and educational content wouldn't exist, depriving the world of significant cultural touchstones. Interestingly, the Titanic also played a role in the complex web of international relations. Some argue that the shared grief and global mourning helped unify disparate nations, fostering a sense of global community in an era still marked by nationalistic fervor. Without such a high-profile tragedy, this subtle push towards international empathy and cooperation might have been softened. In the realm of technology, the disaster spurred innovations in shipbuilding and navigation technology. The tragedy underscored the need for better materials, more rigorous safety protocols, and more reliable communication systems. If the Titanic had arrived safely in New York, the impetus for these technological advancements might have been significantly decreased, potentially slowing progress in these essential areas. Finally, we should consider the Titanic's role in social class perceptions. The stark differences in survival rates between first-class passengers and those in steerage highlighted the extreme disparities of the time. This stark demonstration of inequality contributed to the growing momentum of social change in the 20th century. Absent the vivid reminder provided by the disaster, the push for societal reforms might have been less fervent or slower to take root. While it is impossible to account for all the ramifications, it's clear that the Titanic's journey played a far more significant role in shaping the 20th century than merely being an ill-fated voyage. The lives that would have continued, the technological and regulatory advancements that might have been delayed, and the cultural and social shifts that may have taken a different path, all underscore how intertwined this single event is with the broader currents of history. The tale of the Titanic is a poignant reminder that sometimes the most heart-wrenching tragedies can lead to profound changes. Though we may speculate endlessly, the actual sinking of the Titanic remains a powerful chapter in human history, a story of hubris, loss, and the enduring human spirit.